South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 5 hours and 15 minutes, Thursday Night Football will kick off. Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be packed in the sportsbook right behind me here at the South Point Casino. Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for watching. Having your lunch with punch, as we like to say. The show is a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and some sports gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, we're going to get you ready for NFL Week 12, which starts tonight. And if you're like me, this is what happens to you every Sunday morning. All right, so here we go. Guy accidentally kicks the football. He had a busy day planned, but the football forces him onto the couch, turns the TV on, knocks the soda down, and then into his hand. And then you watch roughly 12 hours of football on a Sunday. Pretty good. Stumbling in. There you go. On the show in 35 minutes from now, our man, Vegas legendary handicapper, and a man who might be going to see Night Ranger in Prim this weekend. We don't know. Joe D'Amico will be on the show via video, giving you guys some great picks. I've seen them. They're very solid. And at 12:20, my very funny friend from Cleveland, now residing in L.A., Bill Sindelar, is going to be on the show. We had Bill on last year. He is the biggest Cleveland Browns fan I know, so we figured Thursday Night Football tonight, let's have him on. He and I can talk a little smack, but I think this is going to be a one-sided conversation right now. And if that wasn't enough, we have a surprise video pick. Woo! Yeah. And if that even wasn't enough, in the studio, the man that will give you a few of his picks, host of Sports by the Book, here at South Point. He's a Jets fan. He's a Mets fan. He's a Bets fan. It's a new thing. Copyright it. Copyright it. Thank you very much. Jeff Parles. Yeah, that's my new intro for you. Jets fan, Mets man, and Bets fan.
Fan, man.
Well, let's go. Jets man. Bets man.
We're gonna get every word.
Bets fan, because
we're gonna get every word that right. It's good. It was good.
That wasn't bad, right?
It wasn't bad.
His bets put him in debts, man. No, don't do that.
It was a 7.8 out of 10.
7 point. What would Joey be? What would you give that, Joey B?
And the man without a tan.
The man without a tan?
That is actually the most factual statement that's been uttered so far.
No, the king of stats without tats.
That
was his fighting name.
That's
last
a good
week.
one.
That's the one you like.
That was a legitimate 9.9 out of 10.
Vince, register all these right now before someone jumps on these. I feel like JR or probably Keith Lyle is going to go ahead and do that.
Who's Keith Lyle? Isn't it Kyle?
Kyle. Jeff, what's happening, man?
It's cold in the studio today.
I wore a jacket.
You're prepared. I was not.
I wore a jacket. Well, I'm going to tell you a story real quick. This Steelers shirt I am wearing, this is my lucky Steelers shirt. I don't know if you can tell it's been faded. This was the shirt I wore at Super Bowl 43 in Tampa when because I'm on the team, everybody.
You were actually on the sidelines, actually.
I was on the 50 when we beat Arizona in the Super Bowl, and James Harrison had the 100-yard return, and Santonio Holmes caught the ball. This was the shirt I was wearing, and it was even a few years old then. So this is my good luck shirt.
So that was 2009. It was the 2008 season, 2009.
So it's at least 15 years old.
It's 2024 now.
15. It might be 17 years old.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's also good that it still fits, too.
Well, it fits great. I wash it. Sometimes I just air dry it.
I think that's a good idea.
Like it's cracked a little.
It looks like it's been through the battles. It's good.
I had seen a Super Bowl win. There you go. On our lunch punch menu, let's do that again. On our punch menu, our comedy clip, we have something for Jeff. Bill Sindelar will be talking the Bills and Steelers, picks at 12:36, and in Punch Bowl Pundits, which NFL team named for an animal would win in a fight? But we will discuss that later. But first, it's time for our top of show breaking video. We love Caitlin Clark around here, Jeff, as you know.
Just nodding along.
Wait. Well, Gayan, what is your take on Caitlin Clark again?
I forgot.
You thought? First of all, is there something in your mouth, or is that a weird glare?
No, it's my cigar.
Does it look like? Yes. She has something in her mouth.
I do. It's a piece of jerky.
Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna say, look,
That's a cowboy.
It looked like a well, yeah, exactly. One of those Slim Jims.
Well, with the glare, it's hard to tell. All I can see is my Steeler logo right over your head. It's a sign. Maybe we'll have a sign for a pick. Anyway, Caitlin Clark, she's pretty funny, naturally, and we're discovering that because of this commercial that just came out yesterday. Maybe I could see her hosting Saturday Night Live because she would bring in huge ratings. Anyway, here's our top of show breaking video. Caitlin Clark's new commercial for State Farm, and we'll get to the whole Jake thing, but she does a good job in this.
Rookie move.
I was a rookie once.
Look at this.
Clark, aren't you Rookie of the Year?
That
Don't
was
use a
last
golf
year.
club.
Ancient history. The stories that I could tell you. Here, pull up a chair.
Okay, I meant this rookie driver made that rookie move.
Whoa. Dude. You need someone with more experience. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help, no matter how long you've been in the game.
Game? Oh, man.
Oh, she forgot she was supposed to be at a game, so she has magical powers, see? There you go, Caitlin Clark. Why are you speechless? Why are you not saying anything about CC?
I was trying to think of a khaki joke because Jake from State Farm, and I couldn't come up with one.
First of all, I've talked about this before. They just switched Jakes on us like we weren't supposed to know State Farm.
Yeah.
Where's the chubby white guy in the khakis? Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. You have a monopoly on khaki jokes on this show. So I couldn't even come up with anything. My brain was going in overdrive. That's why I was sitting there stoic.
I believe since I've made a joke just as bad that we talked about, it was something recently with you.
Oh, what was it?
You said it replaced the khakis.
I know, but I don't remember what it was, which means the khakis can't be replaced.
I mean, when you're batting like 98%.
Was it your candy jokes?
Which one?
All your candy jokes?
The candy jokes were so good. There were so many layers to those. I did every team.
Layers, I got it.
Chris
and
Jeff
good.
just stared at me for most of them. No, it'll come to us.
It will.
All right, speaking
layers of a candy bar, though, will come also. So.
Speaking of layers, let's get to our comedy clip of the day. Now, Jeff, because you're here today, we saved this clip. It's kind of what it's like to be a Jets fan, apparently. So
okay.
This guy walks around. We're going to cut it short because it gets a little off track. But here we go.
Gets off
this
track.
Is what is your dad. But we'll introduce your parents after.
Yes.
This is so it's his fault that you're a Jets fan.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. Comedy clip of the day, and go ahead, roll it. No, I only have. So anyway, we have another top of show breaking video. How do I not have that in there? Hold on, let's check. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. This never happens. I honestly don't have it.
Live shows, everybody.
I don't have it in my script. Anyway, Saquon Barkley. Oh, I know why, because he sent it late. Yeah, we sent it late, so that's why it didn't make the script. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't take long for Madden football to get this in the game. Here it is, Jeff. This is Saquon Barkley. For all you Giants fans, don't look. They have the reverse hurdle. Boom.
Honestly,
Thank you, Ann.
Honestly, that's actually obscenely smooth.
It is.
It looks good. Looks
I'm
good.
telling you, Madden has blurred the lines
Poor
between...
guy on the Cardinals who
Yeah,
gets
right.
jumped
He's
over.
getting posterized. Fly, Saquon, fly. Saquon. Okay, now it's time for the comedy
you got
clip
it right.
of the day.
Very good.
I spelled Saquon
That's
right.
good. Very good. You know what? That's worth applause.
Well, it's written down right
It doesn't matter. It's still worth applause.
No, it's not
No,
written
it's
down.
not written down. It was in the script.
I just know to spell Saquon. All right, so for our comedy clip of the day, let's roll it. We even have a little graphic to start it out. So remember, this is what it's like to be a Jets fan. Crank it up, Sean, for everyone to hear the magic.
Looking for a fun way to ruin your Sundays? Why not go to a New York Jets game? A Jet game is a religious experience because watching them play will make you want to meet God as soon as possible. As is customary with the rest of New York City's waste, the Jets play in a giant trash can located in the swamps of New Jersey. MetLife Stadium actually seats 82,000 people, which is the same number of heart attacks that the Jets cause in middle-aged Italian men.
It goes on and on and on, but now, Jeff, being a Jets fan, is that pretty accurate?
Well, the most accurate part of it is the stadium. The stadium stinks. There's no character. It looks awful.
It's just in the middle of
the
nowhere?
old place was better.
Yeah.
Like they just $1 billion mistake. That was the most. The last line was pretty good though. That was pretty good.
Now we have to point out your parents have joined us. You didn't tell us. We had surprise guests. Maybe we'll have them wave goodbye at the end of the show. Like come in and stand behind you, like all proud of you. And wave. Yeah,
I'm not leaving though. We're just leaving for the day.
At the end of the show, no, but like saying at the end of the show.
I got you. Maybe we'll see.
Jeff hasn't heard the news yet, has he?
Oh, okay, that would be bad. That would be real bad.
Sean, order the real pine. That's all I'm going to say.
The real pine. Okay,
Get the real tree, not the fake tree. We don't need to worry about the allergies. But yeah, the Jets.
Not good.
No, not good.
Not good, Frank.
Who are the Jets playing this weekend?
No one, thankfully.
No one. Well, they can't lose then.
Oh, they'll find a way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. Let's check in with all the punchies. The kickoff question I had today, since we won't be here next week. We are actually off. I'm making a programming announcement. Am I allowed to do that today? I just did. We're taking the week off. We're getting our first week off. Ann and I. Are we playing
Keith
best
gets
of?
a week off too, then, right? Yeah.
Keith gets a week off too. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're off all of next week. So we're going to bring it home. We got a big show today and a big show tomorrow.
Enjoy your week off.
Yeah.
And also, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You or Courtney? Who makes the Thanksgiving dinner? Is it a joint effort?
Kind of a combined effort,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
My thing I used to do, and my mom's watching, I used to say, all right, you guys do all the cooking, thank you, and I do all the cleaning. Like, I'd roll up my sleeves, and I enjoy cleaning. Very Monica Geller and Friends. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy doing laundry as well. Things to know about Frank.
Very good.
But yeah, so what about you? Do you cook?
You know what? This year, I don't know if we're going to do the turkey this year because last year's turkey was a train wreck. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to.
You want to? About 5 years ago, I invited a bunch of people over for Friendsgiving, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Whole Foods and just get the turkey, right?
Okay.
So I go to get the turkey at Whole Foods. It's not cooked. I go, why would you sell it's a turkey? They're like, well, we give it to you. It's fresh, and it wasn't cooked all the way or something. Yeah, you got to put it in for 2 hours. Something I could have known before I invited everyone over. So I'm not a giant turkey.
And no hospital trip at least? Maybe.
Urgent care. Does that count as hospital?
Yeah, it's not hospital. Yeah.
All right. We got the punchies up here. So we got our chat room. If you're watching the show for the first time, just click subscribe. And after 5 minutes, you'll be in the chat room. So I had a question. What's your favorite Thanksgiving tradition and favorite item associated with the holiday? I said watching planes, trains, and automobiles, watching football, and mashed potatoes. Don't worry, JR. We'll get to that. Let's see here. Born the same. Oh, no, we're giving it away. Hold on. What else? Now, we don't know who this Eve Natola is. I like food, family, and football, plus drinking makes it the perfect holiday. That's every holiday. I don't know where you were raised, but that's every. Jeff has joined Broncos country, Minidar says.
Not quite.
Have you given up on the? You haven't shifted your fondness for another team?
No. Minidar has concluded that I hate the Broncos.
Yeah, he has.
But it's okay. Sean Payton deserves to be in the Coach of the Year discussion.
He does.
For the fact that Bo Nix has actually looked good the
like
last
28
2
of
weeks.
33 or something?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll say this. The Atlanta Falcons, the toilet paper in the bathroom has more toughness than the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll go with that, Frank. But pretty impressive, though, from the Broncos last week.
Yeah, I as much as everyone hates Sean Payton, he's actually done a good job.
Well, your guy Mike Tomlin is the betting favorite in Coach of the Year right now.
I didn't want to say it. Speaking of betting favorites, by the way, I know you were kind of leaning towards Jackson Merrill just to get under my skin, really. But how about Paul Skeens winning Rookie of the Year?
I will be honest with you. Skeens was the right pick. but I'm surprised that he got there.
Really?
At the end, yes.
And by the way, it was like how many?
And it
About
was-
22-7, I think, or something.
It
for first
was
place
not as
votes?
close as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you for
Yeah.
making the bet. Congratulations to Skeens.
Yeah.
Also, it's ridiculous that we're waiting until the week before Thanksgiving for all these awards.
As
but
you
that's
pointed out last
But that's
week.
a different discussion for a different time.
Insane. All right, speaking of That's Crazy and Lines of the Night, let's get to Lines of the Night right now. Jeff, you have a good one here for us today. What did you bring in?
I
for
brought
show
in,
and tell?
what did I even send to Keith? I know what I sent to Keith. Chris Sale.
Speaking of baseball awards.
You know, it's kind of crazy. I wouldn't have expected. We don't have the That's Crazy. It's not Friday, right?
We did, Ann's probably got the music.
So I'm surprised Sale's never won a Cy Young before.
I kind of thought he had in Chicago
he
or
never
something.
had, and Sale joins Sandy Koufax.
Jeez.
Good company, Frank.
Yeah.
To strike out 300
That's
batters
amazing.
in a season, retire the final out of a World Series,
Wow.
win the pitching triple crown, and win a Cy Young. He didn't do those all in 1 year. That
Yeah,
would be
right.
pretty amazing
That
if he
would
did.
be Shohei,
I think that would be the only one to do it in all
And the
likelihood.
only other pitching, Sandy Koufax.
And he joined Sandy Koufax. That
Pretty
is
cool.
amazing company for Chris Sale, who, it's funny, when Boston traded Sale to Atlanta this
Yeah.
offseason for Vaughn Grissom,
Yeah.
my first thought was, oh, Boston won the trade. Nope,
No.
not quite.
Unbelievable year that he had. And I'm going to say this about Cy Young. I was flicking around on videos or surfing, whatever you kids call it. And a clip popped up of This Is Your Life Secret. What was the show where you had to sign in your name and they tried to guess who you were? What's my line? What's my line? And it was Cy Young was on this episode. So it was from the 50s. He's like 80 years old. He barely has any teeth and he's doing this the
Cy
whole time.
Young was alive that
He
night?
was alive,
Wow.
and he's on What's My Line. And if you Google it later, you can watch this clip, talk about his 511 wins.
That's
and it's
amazing. Cy Young died in 1955. I would have had no chance of
I know.
getting that correct.
It must have been that year or the year before that they recorded that episode.
yeah,
it was
very-
pretty incredible to watch. So
Cy Young was born in 1867.
that's what I mean. It was just a fascinating clip. So when I saw Cy Young, that immediately popped into my head. All right, my line of the night. Here we go. Of course, it's Thursday Night Football. Of course, I have to make this Steeler themed. Steelers have never won on the road divisional Thursday Night Football game. They're 0-7 all time, 0-5 under Mike Tomlin. And Tomlin is 2-8 on the road in Thursday Night Football if you factor in the non-divisional games. But this feels like a different year to me. We're going to talk about this more in picks at 12:36. But I just feel like tonight the Steelers get off the schneid on that. I think Tomlin gets the win. They just have a different swagger to them, as the kids say.
Look, the rest of the NFL, when not scoring a touchdown, has 2 wins. The Steelers, when not scoring a touchdown,
2-0.
are 2-0.
They beat Atlanta, and they beat 2 decent teams. Atlanta and Baltimore.
They beat 2 teams that will likely be in the postseason when this is all said and done, as ridiculous as that is.
And Chris Boswell, once again, named AFC Special Teams Player.
The true Boz now,
He is
by
Boz.
the way.
Probably a better NFL career than the Boz.
Definitely a better NFL career at this point.
Yeah, and by the way, I think we had Sean Sweezum, and he got hurt. And I want to say the Washington or the Giants cut Boswell.
Now I'm double checking.
Yeah.
Sean Sweezum is a heck of a reference.
I think
by the way.
that just popped into my head.
That is a name I have not heard
I'm
in
pretty
forever.
sure it was
It was the Giants.
The Giants, it was.
Boswell was on the Texans, cut.
Right.
Giants, cut. And Boswell since then has been one of the best kickers in the NFL.
If not history, if you look at his numbers. It's pretty.
Do you know where Chris Boswell went to college? Are you a diehard,
don't
Frank?
do this to me. Give me a clue.
The Harvard of Texas.
Texas A&M? Because they're agriculture and mechanical. UTEP?
It's
Houston. Sam Houston.
No, I'll give you one.
Texas.
I'll give you one more hint.
It's not like Texas is
I'll
big
give you one more hint.
Okay.
I'll give you one more hint. Their mascot is an owl.
Ow! Yes. Okay. All right. Moving on. Today's date is
Come on.
the Temple Owls.
Rice.
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 Oh,
You've never
yeah.
heard Rice called the Harvard of Texas? You've
I've never heard that. I didn't think anywhere was considered the Harvard of Texas. Yeah. Is that a good school? Rice is a good program?
It is actually, yes. It is a good academic
And you know,
school.
you can take most of your classes at Rice in 1 minute. Minute Rice. Put in the montage with the other. Okay.
Wait a second. Wasn't Kennedy's moon speech at Rice, right?
Oh.
Wasn't it? I think it was.
Do you know where JFK was shot?
Well, that was Dallas.
No, it's right about here.
Oh, okay. That was good.
You walked into that.
How did I let that happen?
I can't believe it.
How did I let that happen? That's so bad.
I'm sorry, too soon? It's 60 years tomorrow or Friday or third Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I guess
60,
so.
59 years?
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, today's date is November 21st, 20.
Oh, my God.
Today's date is November 21st.
This is 2020.
24. One more time. Today's date is November 21st.
This is 2020.
4. All right, I'm going to read the national days off.
Yeah, go for it.
As Vince pointed out, there's fewer today. I wanted to give you guys a shot. Because why am I doing this? Why am I talking like leather Tuscadero? Long story, folks. 2, 4, there's 7. One of them's fake. Here we go. Guinness World Record Day, National Gingerbread Cookie Day, World Hello Day, Clean Your Water Bottle Day, World Television Day, False Confession Day, National Stuffing Day. One of those is fake.
So here's what I'll say. No, I'm good. Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
It feels too early for Gingerbread Day.
Okay.
But I'm going to agree with Jerry back there.
See.
And the water bottle one is the one that I don't think is real.
World Hello Day, Sean says is fake. False Confession, Vince is saying. Jerry's saying water bottle. You're saying water bottle. And
If you have to clean your bottle only one time a year, that is sad.
Yeah,
it's a
I'm with
reminder
Ed on
day.
that.
I think you're supposed to do it a
dead
lot.
at that point if you haven't cleaned your water bottle before then.
Yeah, that's the fake one. Damn it!
Yeah, it had to have been.
It's not clean your water bottle.
Well done, fellas.
There you go. Jerry got me, Ann got me, Jeff got me. And Oscar-winning actress Goldie Hawn, who won an Oscar of the Year. I was born, I believe, for Desert, Cuckoo, some with Desert or Cactus Flower. I was there, Craig. Damn it, I was working to it. I said Cactus Desert. Who won Best Actor in '69? He played football at USC under a different name than you know him in movies. There you go. John Wayne for True Grit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on this day, also born on this day, Stan Musial, ladies and gentlemen. Stan the man. It actually is Stan Musial's birthday. Yeah. The man who's one of the greatest baseball players in the world has become a punchline. On Punchlines. Oh, my God. So I did not realize that. I didn't look for athletes yesterday. Caden found it, so Caden, thank you. So we put all those days and those 2 birthdays in our AI machine, which is now located in Utah. And there we go.
Whoa,
There's Goldie Hawn with some gingerbread, and Stan Musial is doing something to a turkey.
Stan Musial now on the Brooklyn Dodgers with a red hat.
A red hat. I think he just cleaned his water bottle. It's National Stuffing Day. He's stuffing the turkey.
Or he's eating the stuffing out of the
whipped
turkey.
Cream. People were different back in the 50s.
Does the turkey have too many legs?
Well, that's AI.
Yeah, what's going on with the turkey there?
The turkey's actually sitting for Guinness World Record Day. That's a world record-setting turkey. It has the most legs of any turkey. I have no idea what's going on with that.
All right. There's a lot going on that's strange on that one, Keith. Yeah, Stan Musial has 7 fingers.
Oh, Stan Musial, that's why he was so good. That he could grip a bat so tightly that's why he was like the winner.
Antonio Alfonseca.
Right, he had 6.
6.
Right.
Stan Musial had 7.
That's one of our better ones. And Goldie Hawn for dinner, that's why she stays so thin, just as a gingerbread cookie. Okay, on this date in history, yesterday I forgot. I skipped over. It was the famous Cal Stanford. The band is on the field.
Oh.
We missed that. Coach John Elway, I believe, of Stanford. I think Elway was the quarterback for Stanford.
He was, yes.
And today's on this day in history is, here we go, Eli Manning's first football game ever. There's Eli trotting out. I'm going to say it's a Hall of Fame career. Jeff might argue with that.
No, he'll get in. Even if I argue it, he's getting in.
Yeah, he's getting in. You get 2 Super Bowls, you're in. And he played under New York's.
I have to double check this. Do you remember the quarterback that Eli Manning replaced?
I'll tell you what. We're going to tell you in 30 seconds here on the other side of this commercial.
There we go.
When we come back, I have Bill Sindelar, Cleveland Browns superfan, and every Cleveland sport. He's shaking his head already. We'll see you in 30 seconds. We'll be right back. 30 seconds. Oh, we're back? Hey, everybody. What's up? Oh, I didn't hear the 3-2. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I can see you, though. And you don't have any beef jerky in your mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, it dawned on me, and Courtney's like, are you going to have Bill Sindelar on to talk smack about Cleveland and Pittsburgh? I said, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, my buddy from LA Live, I don't know what lot he's on. Bill Sindelar is on the show. Woo! Bill, shaking his head already, Bill.
Way to go out on a limb, Frank, and say that the Steelers were going to win tonight against a team with no quarterback or kicker. Way to go. Boy, you're just living the life on the edge, aren't you?
Wait a second, Bill. Now, it's a divisional game, right? We always play each team's tough. We just showed a stat
that's fair.
where Tomlin has never won on Thursday night against a divisional opponent. So this game's set up for a win for you guys.
I mean, the truth is we did kick Baltimore's ass in Cleveland.
It's true.
I mean, so, no, the locker room's gone, man. No one wants to be there anymore. They've already cleaned out their lockers. They're like, are we done? It's when you go from, hey, we're going to compete for the AFC Championship game to, hey, are we going to get a top 3 pick?
I know.
Things are a little different.
Now, Bill, this is the first time maybe I've ever seen you on video or on you not wearing any Cleveland paraphernalia or whatever. Is that what you call it? Memorabilia? Sure.
Well, the truth is, it's a little embarrassing to wear brown stuff. I'm not even going to the game tonight, Frank. I decided it's easier just to give people money to kick me on the groin than to go pay money to go see a Browns game.
Now, where are you? Where are you right now?
I'm actually at work. I'm at the Talk.
Oh, you're doing
I'm in
the
between
Talk.
shows at the Talk. It's at Radford Studios.
I want to point out that
I was hoping Jerry O'Connell would. I was hoping Jerry O'Connell would walk by so he could give you his 2 cents about the Jets and their situation.
Well, Jeff,
but he is not coming down from his dressing room.
Well, Jeff Parles, our co-host, he's a big Jets fan, so you guys can talk about the Jets and Browns.
I mean, look, it's a pretty equal situation. I mean, one
expectations are high.
One quarterback is a lunatic. The other one is a bad guy.
Right.
Again, the loudest cheer in Cleveland this year was when Watson got hurt.
I know, Jesus.
Look, it's a rough go right now.
I was at that game. Listen, they were not cheering.
Okay. Clarify.
Listen, there's always going to be one fan.
That's true.
And I promise you, in my section, there's always going to be one fan. And in my section, we were actually yelling at there was only a couple people that were that were cheering. We shut them down real quick.
Oh, good.
Listen, nobody wanted Watson.
Right, exactly. I know.
None of us wanted Watson.
All I'll say for Bill's sake, Jameis Winston, and I've said this on multiple occasions, is one of the most entertaining players in the NFL because anything on any snap is possible. Whether it's a good play
pick
for
six.
pick six, anything's in play with him.
He is hilarious.
Yeah, he's electric.
He's hilarious, and he'll throw 7 interceptions a game. It's great.
Now, where are you going to watch the game tonight? Just at home?
Oh, yeah. I can't watch these games with people.
I know.
It's like watching a funeral.
I feel Bill on that.
We talk about this, There's only a handful of people I can watch Steeler games with, like 4 or 5 in the world.
Why am I going to spend my hard-earned money, Frank, going to a bar or going someplace when I can drink in misery in my own house in front of my Christmas tree? Why would I do that?
That's a good point. All right, so I just want to quickly say your Cleveland Cavaliers, though. There you go. That's where we can put the attention.
Listen, man, even that Boston game, it's a bummer because no one wants to lose to like Boston or LA teams. But man, they held their own. They just played like 18 games in like 23 days or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like they're fried. But that game you wanted to win it, but it showed that they can hang with them. So.
But to come back the next night, and it's a New Orleans Pelicans. I had them last night. I had Cleveland minus the points.
I'm happy you did because you might have suited up for the Pelicans by the end of that game.
Yeah, right, exactly. And Zion Williamson's maybe never going to play again.
We were texting, and I was like, they're up by 30, dude. You're all right.
No, I'm like, I never count my money till the dealing's done. So, Bill, what else are you up to? Where can people find you? What's your social media handle, stuff like that?
Well, it's at 6BSB, which stands for at 6th Backstreet Boy, because I always thought I was going to be in a boy band, and I was not.
Nice.
That dream did not happen. I didn't realize you had to sing to be in a boy band. and at Bill Sindelar on Twitter. So that's where we're at, Frank. We're just wrapping up these shows, and you never know. You might be seeing a lot of me in Vegas. I might be hanging out in these casinos, or maybe I'll have an OnlyFans in January. You never know. If people want it, I'll give it to them.
Well, we're here for the first part of that sentence. You can come visit us anytime. And who's on the talk today?
Awesome.
Who's your big guest today?
We had Mark Harmon and Melissa Peterman and Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a fun day.
Melissa Peterman, who's going to be joining us in a couple weeks, Anne's favorite, and Mark Harmon.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
I love Melissa.
Best.
Yeah, I've worked with her many times. She is literally the best.
Yeah,
and
I did warm up on Happy's Place on her new sitcom with Reba, and it's just it's such a funny show, and she's such a great person. I love her and Reba. It's been great.
The best. All right, Bill Sindelar, you're the best. Thank you. Final score prediction.
Honestly, just because you put it out there, you're only going to kick field goals, and I think we're going to score like a special teams fumble return touch special team. So it'll end up being 7-6. That's where we're going to go.
I love it. All right, thank you for joining us, Bill Sindelar, everybody. Thank you, Bill.
If we win, I want to talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, fine, deal. That's a deal. Hopefully, we don't see Bill Sindelar tomorrow or for a while, but. What a great guy. Yeah, he's doing warm-up on the talk, does a bunch of shows.
That's great. What a lineup on the show.
I'm telling you, we have a surprise video you don't even know about. It's not that big of a surprise. It's a cute surprise. You'll see. And we got Joe D'Amico coming up in about 6 minutes, but we could get to the punch bowl. Let's do some punch bowl stuff. We have just a few. We're going to start with number one, though. I want to rig it.
I grabbed it.
Oh, perfect. Oh. Whoa, we're really turning up the music there. All right. So if you want to go ahead and read the beginning of that, and then I'll set it up.
Okay, Frank is going to admit something, but I'll wait for that.
Well, I have in parentheses. Never mind. Forget that.
There are apparently 11 NFL teams named for... Is it 14 or 11 for animals?
It's 14. It's 14.
So you have 11, so it's 14. We're going to correct that.
Yes.
14 teams named for an animal, and Brooksgate's back. Nice.
Brooksgate's back. We haven't had Brooksgate on.
Rank them in order of who would win in a fight. All right. Well,
okay.
What do we got
Take the graphic down. Take the graphic down. Don't let him see.
Well, I mean, look, I'll just say this.
Here are the 14 teams.
Well, can you put them on one side each?
No, because you can only fit 2, 4. You can fit 12. Well, it's really hard to get these
4
on
times
here.
4 is 16. Wait a second here.
There's 4. Oh, there are 4 rows. But you know how hard it is to get one on. Shit. I could have. Anyway. Well, here, I'll do
all right. So no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just giving you.
Okay, I was going to see if you could name the 14 teams.
No, I definitely can't.
Yeah, it's too many.
So I'll just say this. You have, just thinking of this logically.
Yeah.
You have Bears.
Right.
You have Lions.
Right.
You have Jaguars, where the Tigers aren't there, though.
Right, exactly.
You have Jaguars. You have Panthers.
Yeah.
And
Here's all the teams.
And you have Bengals.
Yeah.
Who have to be the top 5 in some order.
You would think.
You would think.
We might as well. Let's throw the graphic up so we can kind of see what Brooksgate.
I'm curious to see where the Rams are rated
because Rams are million hits.
Because Rams are tough animals.
Rams are tough. I mean, that's
all right.
the slogan
let's
for the
see
truck.
what we got here. I would personally make the Bears or the Bengals 1.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Throw it up there. Why are we still against in music? It's so disturbing. No, you can put it up.
The turkey wins.
Here we go. So, all right, here we go.
Oh, I had the same top 2.
He has the Bears, Bengals, and Lions. Although I think a lion over a bear. Who do you take in a fight, a bear or a lion?
You know what? The 3 of those are pretty clearly the top 3.
Right.
Pretty clearly. I don't think you can quibble in any order on that. Then Jaguar, Panther. Either way you want to do it 5, 6, 4, 5, fine.
Okay.
Then it gets really complicated here.
Yeah.
Because
the Ram at 7. He has a Bronco over a Ram. I guess a horse.
What's the difference between a Bronco and a Colt? Aren't they the same thing, basically?
Oh, no. I don't know. A Colt's younger. Yeah, they're younger.
I mean, they're just slightly young. They're both horses.
Yeah. But then it's got, then he goes with...
The eagle. The eagle is correctly the top
over a
bird.
falcon.
That's correct. Over a falcon, then a Seahawk over a raven and a cardinal.
Poor little cardinal. Why does the dolphin last?
Why is the dolphin so low?
I know. They're the smartest up there.
The dolphin is clearly the smart, and it also has the advantage of being in water versus all of these.
Well, I think that's the thing.
You take them out of water, they're done?
All these fights are supposed to be on land.
Okay,
I mean, that's the only way
done.
Dana White could get it sanctioned was to have it in Vegas on land. So the dolphin has to fight on land.
They have the guy from Jurassic World put the fights together, right?
Welcome to Jurassic Park. So there you go. Brooksgate, that's got a couple million hits. That's our friend, National Fauna League. Oh, okay. There you go, Caden. So that was it.
It's close on the top 3, though. It really is.
I just feel like a lion. That's the king of the jungle. Could a bear... Someone Google who would win in a fight between a bear and a lion. Hey, Siri, who would win in a fight between a bear and a lion?
In a fight between a bear and a lion, the grizzly bear would win due to its sheer size and stronger bite force.
There you go.
Oh, it's bite force. I forgot to handicap the bite force.
There you go.
That's
Congratulations. The Bears have finally won something this year.
Oh, damn. Jeff's on fire. I'll tell you,
How did
co-host's
that
been
take
bringing
so
the
long
comedy.
for either of us to do
I don't
that?
know. That was very good, though. I think we have time for one more punch bowl, and then we got a video, and then we're going to bring our guy, Joe D'Amico, in soon.
Oh, Steph Curry's back.
Steph Curry is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Has a pick for tonight.
He has a pick for tonight. This is apropos right before we do picks. So before we do our picks at 12:36, here's Steph Curry, our favorite canine picker. Here we go. All right, so he knocks these balls with his nose.
So it's a best of 7 still.
He's spelling win. Yeah, just win. W-I-N.
W-I-N. So best of 5.
So here we go.
That's,
God.
Uh-oh.
Bill Sindelar.
Upset.
Wait, it's 2-2. And where's the end going? Yeah! Steelers win. This is the Frank excited move. This has become my trademark. It's become my signature move. All the kids are doing it.
Breaststroke next.
We're going to do some sort of a viral TikTok dance with that. We might as well do the other. I think we got time. We can squeeze in.
One more.
Yeah, let's do it.
One more. Do you like these games that are played in baseball stadiums?
Yeah, so we got the game.
So Notre Dame's playing Army, not Navy, this weekend.
It's in 2 weeks, I think, the 30th, right?
No, well, Dame's
this week.
Notre Dame's playing Army this week.
Yes.
And in Wrigley, Northwestern is playing
and
2
Illinois.
games there because their stadium's being renovated and they didn't want to play in the lacrosse stadium on the lake in November, which I can't blame them.
Which is picturesque in the
it's
fall.
It's beautiful. But,
it looks beautiful.
But can you imagine that once it gets cold? Brutal.
Get in the
Just
lake.
brutal. Forget it.
No way.
Personally, I like it.
Yeah.
I like the Wrigley. Like the Wrigley thing looked awesome.
It
Now,
did.
granted, there were a zillion Ohio State fans there, so it was all red, which made it look a little bit weird. But no, I'm in on these. No problem with this. I liked it when they did it in. My favorite one though was when they had it in San Francisco, at where the Giants play now.
Pac Bell or whatever.
Or I think it's Oracle now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
They had to put both teams on the same sideline.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Just because of the configurations of the
because
ballpark?
of the configuration. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that always breeds for.
It's always a good sign.
It's always a good sign. Yeah. So anyway, we have a clip. I have a clip for you. Jeff, what former NFL kicker do I have in this next clip kicking an extra point in street clothes? Is it Adam Vinatieri?
I saw this already, so I know
Robbie
what it
Gould,
is.
or Justin Tucker?
Just play the clip because it's good as gold right now.
Oh, look what he did there.
Yeah. Not an inspiring looking kick for Robbie Gould.
Now, see, a lot of people said that in the comments. First of all, they're like, hey, can you kick for the Bears? Hey, can you kick for my team? But they also pointed out he's not wearing cleats. You know, he's in dress shoes. He's in wingtips. He's kicking extra points.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Justin Tucker, see, it was, I said, like, former NFL kicker because he's no good now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Because he missed 2 field goals that could have won the game for them. Oh, picks at 12:36 is going off. Okay, before we do that, we have a special pick at 12:36. Is that how we're introducing it? Yeah. Okay, so Jeff, this is for you right here. Here's our special surprise pick. How do we set that? The signs. There's signs everywhere on why they made this pick. Here we go. Roll it.
I've been dying to do one of these videos, and then I got the ultimate sign, a card right outside of my car. I flipped it over. The Jack of Diamonds. So let's put together the signs. Who's the first Jack you think of? Jack Flaherty. A diamond in the rough from Detroit to LA. Detroit to LA is now the sign. Who's the most famous athlete we know that made this move? It's Matthew Stafford, of course. What number does the star quarterback wear? Number 9 is now the sign. Jersey Jerry started these sign videos. He loves the Steelers, just like Frank Nicotero.
So, Joe, you can
Who
hear
wears
me,
number
right?
9 on the Steelers? It's Chris Boswell, the best kicker in the league. Boswell over 6.5 kicking points. Book it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So those are those sign videos on Barstool. Have you ever seen the guy that does those?
Who, Jerry?
Jerry, yeah. Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jerry's Jerry. That's all. So.
All right. Well, Alex is kicking off picks at 12:36 with Boswell over 6.5. Thank you, Alex White, for doing that.
That was a lot. That was a lot of. Took a lot. roads to get to the end there.
A lot of road signs, as they call it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring our guest in because it is 12:36, and that's every day when we do our picks. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the fourth or fifth week in a row we've had him. He is dressed in all black like Johnny Cash. I have to get an explanation on what is behind him. Let's find out. It's Joe D'Amico, everybody. Joe, what is... Oh, is that a Christmas tree? There we go.
Christmas tree. I'm in the Christmas mood. I always usually put it up by the first week of November. We're a little late. It looks like a Christmas bordello around here pretty soon. We'll have like 4 trees in this house. I feel like I'm in the White House. I'm dressed in black because this week I'm going to be killing bookmakers. That's all I'm saying.
You're just like Ant-Man.
Now, 2 things. I always hit the ground running here because I watched the show. Alex White. I love Alex. I remember when she was born. I'm friends with her father, Kenny.
Wow.
What pisses me off about Kenny is I know him 30 years. He had more hair than me then. He still has more hair than me. He's a good-looking son of a gun. If I'm ever on a panel with Kenny, man, I'll spend the day at the spa. I'll get my nails done because I got to be in tip-top shape. Not only is he one of the best in the industry, he's a gentleman. His daughter is really, really making a good name for herself. I'm happy for that. Plus, I've got to tell you, you did a thing on kickers a minute ago. Am I right?
Yes.
Do you guys remember when kickers were like Eastern European fat guys on the side would be smoking a cigarette? If they tried to run a 40-yard dash, they need CPR. I miss those days. I really do.
When I was a kid, there was Ray Wersching of the San Francisco 49ers. Was not in the best shape. And then I think it was Houston had a guy named Tony Fritsch. Tony Fritsch was also a very portly gentleman. But you're right. They weren't. And by the way, when they would kick any field goal over 40 yards, it was like, whoa, 40 yards, right?
50 yards is nothing. I mean, the modern day version of the overweight kicker is, of course, Fat Randy, who's no longer in the league anymore, Randy Bullock.
Oh, yeah, Randy Bullock. My God, Tennessee.
Tennessee. I think he even kicked for your team for 1 week when Boswell was hurt, actually.
Yeesh. I had a friend. I know. Never mind. Long story. But yeah, Bullock, I think he might have. But these guys now, it's like 60 yards. Like Brandon Aubrey hit a 64-yarder that they took off the scoreboard.
Well, that was a great McCarthy secret.
You never take points off the board.
No. 15-yard penalty. You got to go score a touchdown, but then you don't have to screw it up later in the drive.
Cooper Rush is your quarterback. You don't know. But anyway, Joe, why are you wearing all black on such a festive holiday season?
I'm telling you right now because I'm going to be killing bookmakers this weekend.
All right.
I'm going to be killing. So I figured I'd just make a preemptive strike dressed in black for all the funerals we're going to be attending.
By the way, JR said we need Gus the field goal kicking mule. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Jeff is looking
No idea.
Do you remember it, Ann? Yeah, it was a Disney movie where the football team, there was nothing in the book about an animal not being able to kick. So they trained a donkey, mule, to kick field goals. Gus.
It's a great plot for a movie.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that movie hasn't been remade. All right. Before we get into Joe's picks, wait, Eli Manning's watching the show? Eli Manning is. Wait, what's going on? Oh, Alex White says, reminds me of Mike Leach with the mascots. I got to go backwards, don't I? All right. Maybe we should get back to Joe. Eli, your brother, is funny. There's a lot of people talking trash on Eli Manning.
I'm not surprised. People don't like Eli because they think he wasn't that good. But he slayed the dragon twice. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
All right. yeah, absolutely.
He's going to get there.
All right, Joe. So what do you want to start with, buddy? We love when you're here for picks. Let's do it.
Well, real quick, I was on premises last night, took my wife over to the Silverado Steakhouse, had a blast, great food. Monica and Selena took great care of us. We're going to be on premises this month and next month in January. Some good friends are on the docket, buddy. You got to come join me. My good friends Vin and Vinay, the Bronx Wanderers, will be there in a couple of weeks again. I'll tell you what, my dear friend Bucky Hurd, he's half of the Righteous Brothers. He's going to be there. And one of my best friends, another great Sicilian, which is redundant, Frankie Shinta is back on the docket. If you never saw Frankie, you've got to come with me, Frank.
Okay.
Let me tell you. He is amazing. He is one of the greatest entertainers Vegas has ever known. He leaves it out there. There's a lot of rock songs about leaving your blood on the stage and leaving your heart on the stage. One entertainer in this town, and there's a few that I really love, Frankie Shinta leaves it all on the stage. If you don't shed a tear, if you don't laugh and cry when you go see Frankie Shinta, trust me, they took your heart out years ago.
Wait a second.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, they used to perform as the Shintas over at the Rio.
Yeah, his brother Joey was a good friend of mine. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I didn't realize
he had
he
his
passed
sister
away.
and another brother. Yeah. They were great. They were amazing. But he comes out. He plays everything, dude. He comes out with the spoons and plays the spoons. He plays this little mandolin. I don't know what he does. He's like Wayne Newton. The guy just starts coming out with instruments you never heard of, and he plays them, and not just good, but great. But he is one of the greatest entertainers to ever don a Las Vegas stage.
Frankie Scinta. All right, Joe, let's get to picks. What do you want to start with, buddy?
Tonight we'll make it. Let's talk college football tonight. I want to talk college football. Then I want to do pro football. I see you wearing your Steelers shirt. Can I borrow that shirt later? I want to wash my car. Anyway, man, did I get those half price? Listen, I want to start. I love you, Frank. I want to start with tonight's college football if I can.
Okay, go for it.
All right, tonight's ACC matchup, the NC State Wolfpack, they're sitting at 5-5 overall, folks. They're looking for what? That sixth victory. If you're dyslexic, I'll do this. That sixth victory to become bowl eligible. Obviously, they know the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets well. Speaking of the Yellow Jackets, 6-4 overall. They're already bowl eligible. And after the game tonight, they have a matchup on the 29th. Where? At Georgia. I think you're going to find this team in a situation where they're looking ahead a little bit. They'll take the foot off the gas. They don't have to keep it revved the entire game. I think they're a better team. I'll get into that in a second, but they don't have to try so hard here. They're already bowl eligible. While I do think they're the better team that will most likely control the clock with their running game, I do believe NC State will have some success in the air. Keep this game a lot closer than the point spread. Way too many points, folks. I'm taking the Wolfpack here.
All right, I like it. All right, Jeff, you're on college football tonight. I'm sure you talked about it on Sports.
No, I have. So for this game, it would only be a take of the underdog here at this number. Joe's right. It's too many points. The way the market was initially going, thinking, maybe we'll get 10. That's not going to happen with the way the market's going now. The only play I have tonight is actually college hoops.
Okay.
I'm going to Brooklyn for a neutral site game.
Okay.
Between Syracuse and Texas. Let's see who has the home floor in that one in Brooklyn. Syracuse is really not that good, but you're going to have some sort of a home court. I'm getting a ton of points. I'm getting 11 right now with the orange.
Wow.
In this one. This is a 7 o'clock Eastern tip. The 11s are mostly gone. Go to our friends over at the Superbook. You can still get that right now. So take 11. I even think 10.5 is still fine on the Syracuse. They should be able to play this game in single digits. We're taking the orange tonight in college hoops.
All right, I like it. We've got 2 picks so far, and Jeff's back, or Joe's back with something else for us. Joe, what's next?
Well, I want to agree with you, Jeff. That almost made it as a premium play for me today. I went with a different game that I thought the line was off, but Syracuse will definitely have a lot of orange in those stands.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what they say? The greatest Jewish rap group of all time? No, sleep till Brooklyn. That's my homage to the Beastie Boys, guys. I'll tell you right now.
Excellent. All right. So, did you want to talk about tonight's game at all?
Yeah.
I mean, let me just tell you what I have for this game quickly.
Oh, let me guess.
You're wearing the jersey.
The favorite and the over.
Okay. Now wait a second. This is what I did here. I like Russell. You know, I like the bet I've named the Chucker bet, which is the longest completion, and this hits a lot in NFL games, more on primetime games. Russell Wilson over 34.5 for his longest completion. Now I know the weather is not going to be great. They still might throw the football. And when you have George Pickens, you're going to throw a couple of
How far is it?
34.5.
So Joe knows this as well. Normally people get scared by precipitation.
Right.
But
no.
Smart guys look at the wind.
Yes.
And tonight, we're looking at 15 miles an hour consistently now.
Russell, Mr. Unlimited, he can throw through 15.
All right. Just throwing that out there for you.
It does swirl a little different by the lake. I agree, but it's my favorite bet to make. If you want to get crazy, TJ Watt, Reno Paul gave me this one. TJ Watt, 2 sacks is plus 390.
Oh, I need more than that.
Oh, come on. 390 for 2 sacks.
I think I need more than that. But look, you'll probably get it tonight, knowing Cleveland's O-line.
That, and also because there's a little feud between him and Myles Garrett going on right now. Myles Garrett is claiming that TJ Watt didn't congratulate him when he won Defensive Player of the Year. And I don't think I would congratulate anybody on something that they stole from me, because it should have been TJ Watt. And here's my long shot bet, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, it's plus 20,000. 5 will get you 1,000. Steelers' final score, 2019 over the Browns. So if it's the final score is 20-19, and you know what?
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, Joe. We just had history on the show.
I'm not covering
other than August.
Right.
This, I think, is the first underdog Frank has ever taken on the show.
And I'm saying the Steelers will win, possibly not cover. They probably might blow them out. Probably might.
What
the hell is that?
Who knows?
Why is anything in baseball anything?
Exactly.
But anyway, if that score hits, this clip will be shown all over the internet because it'll be like, internet host predicts final score. Back to Joe D'Amico, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Joe, those are
now that you mentioned something about getting the sack thing, about the record, just want to let you know, pulled out 2 brand new baseballs for you today. Even though it's not baseball season, I got a Judge Ohtani signed baseball right here and a Skeens and Gill signed baseball there.
Come on.
So
those are the 2
absolutely.
rookies of the year. How did you get that ball? Did you get that in person or did you purchase it?
How am I the best looking guy in this business with no hair? Come on, if you gotta ask, you know it's too late.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, that one flew in today. The Judge Ohtani came a few days ago, but I'm still excited for baseball. So
yeah, it's award season. They're giving away the awards. All right, let's get back to football. Do you want to talk college on Saturday? Is that where you're going?
No, we got tonight's
pro game.
Football.
I apologize. Go for it. I'm sorry.
You're wearing the shirt.
I know. All right, go for it, Joe.
All right, Pittsburgh is playing some great football, Frank. We could tell because you brought your Steelers shirt out. They're riding a 5-game win streak, both straight up and against the spread. Meanwhile, Cleveland, they have notched just 1 victory and 2 covers since mid-September. Their offense, non-existence. 16.2 points per game, committing a whopping 12 turnovers. On the other side of the line of scrimmage, I doubt very much they're going to be able to contain the explosive 8th-ranked rushing attack of the Steelers. Remember the last time these 2 teams met? Almost exactly a year ago today, last November in Cleveland, the Browns prevailed 13-10. One thing about Mike Tomlin, besides being a handsome son of a gun, one thing about Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, they like their revenge, especially against division foes. In all honesty, Pittsburgh, they didn't have the toughest schedule so far this season. They really don't. All right. But in December, they do have to face 3 solid opponents in a row. Philly, Baltimore, and KC. So notching a couple W's now will be huge. Take Pittsburgh, sports friends. I see some threes. I see some threes minus 120. I see some 3.5s. If you got a 3.5, err on the side of caution. Buy it down for a couple of points. I think they win this game by 4 or more. But I will. I always look for a line to give me some advantage, Frank. So if you got the 3.5, buy it down.
All right, I like it. I feel I'm going to bet the Steelers. I will probably buy it down exactly like that. I just saw that exact score plus 20 grand. I figured, why not donate $5? I'm doing it. So plus, I had a little extra money on me since Paul Skeens won the Rookie of the Year.
I'm just surprised you picked an underdog. That's all I'm surprised. And not only that,
Pittsburgh.
Against the Steelers, no less. Well, that's crazy.
That's my long shot bet. That's just a fun, stupid bet that I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know. It's I could 20 grand. That'd be a nice Christmas money. Although I should have won 20 grand earlier this year, but the Patriots and the Bengals. Okay, never mind. Joe, what do you got for us on Saturday? Are we moving to Saturday? I apologize.
Saturday, okay. I know we aired this show on Thursday, but I want you to know, sports fans, I'd like you to get this bet in now. As we all know, there are only 3 undefeated college football teams remaining in the nation: Army, Oregon, and Indiana. Now, Indiana, following this game this week at Ohio State, finishes their regular season at home against Purdue. And to be quite honest, this is by far their toughest opponent to date, no question. To be even more open, unless they make a good showing here, it's going to change whatever happens down the road, as this team other teams will look at this team very differently if they get blown up here. They must make a good showing or win outright in this matchup. Now, there is an argument they could just phone it in, guys, because and not jeopardize any of the key cogs in their wheel and still be good to go. But a bad loss here may bump them out of the conference title game, and even more than that down the road in the rankings. You never know what happens here, guys. Well, Ohio State is a monster team with a monster defense. I think you're going to see this game come down to a few key factors. Number one, the Hoosiers can run the ball themselves, but they also own the nation's #1 run defense. I believe they'll slow down the Buckeyes' rushing game a little bit, but they themselves can run the ball and eat up a lot of clock, sports fans. They're also, just like Ohio State, a very good passing team. While the Buckeyes are a bit better against the pass, I really do believe the fact that Indiana will have success on the ground to open up their passing game will make them a lot more dangerous offensively than many people out there give them credit this week in this matchup. One more item. I feel this game is going to come down to mistakes. Ohio State has committed 9 turnovers, while Indiana just 7. And even though the Buckeyes defense, #1 stop unit in the country in points allowed, they've only grabbed 7 takeaways, while the Hoosiers, They snagged 11 turnovers. This game is going to come down to running the ball and eating the clock, wearing the defense down, and turnovers. While I feel Ohio State should win this game, I don't think they're going to cover. Now, I will tell you this morning when I wrote this game up, this line was 13.5. It went to 12, went to 12. I even saw some place that have an 11.5 on this game. Wow. Get this game in now. I like this team. I think it'll be a lot closer. I understand there's some points of view, and you're always going to get the naysayers out there. Well, they're going to phone it in because they got Purdue up next. Guys, a big blow could drop them considerably, and you don't want to take any chances come later on down the road for the CFP. You really don't.
Well, I mean, just look at the narrative this week. It's basically been everyone's attacking Indiana because they haven't beaten anyone, in quotes. Right. At least for me. I mean, look, 10-0. You're Indiana. It makes sense. You're not getting respected. I'm almost in the camp that they have to win this game to make sure that they don't get left out. Right. Now, that's totally unfair where, I mean, if they lose in the shoe by 3 in a close game all the way, they've proven, at least to me, that they're a legitimate top 10 team. I'm with Joe. I think the public's going to come in on this game and see that Indiana, they're undefeated and they're getting that many points. I don't think we see 12 much longer after the initial move up. Now I don't think I think it's going to be mostly one-way traffic on Indiana as we get to Saturday morning.
And I can
Jeff, this line might have moved a little bit. I'm sorry, Frank.
No,
this line might have moved a bit with the news this morning officially come out that Ohio State lost their center.
Yep, that's
to
correct.
Injury. Now, guys, I just want to tell you something. The top 20 teams in the nation are stacked higher at every position than the pancakes at your favorite breakfast establishment. All right. So really, I mean, it's really true. I mean, even if you lose a quarterback, I could fill in. I'm 55. I'm 4'8". I'm going to be honest with you. I could fill in for any of the quarterbacks in the top 25 and look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to know losing a center might have had some bearing on why the line jumped down a little bit. But I do, and I agree with you. They have to come out, and even though they got Purdue up next, which should be an easy win for them, they have to come out here with something to prove. They lose by 3, 6, or 7 or 10, make a good showing. Yeah. I think they're still going to be in the CFP no matter what. It's hard to ignore them, I'll be honest with you. Right. They've played some very good football. Hey, it ain't their fault they didn't have the toughest schedule in the world. Just like I'm not throwing some stuff at you, Frank, like the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to come down. No, I'm not busting your chops, Frank. They haven't played the toughest schedule. I know. They really haven't. All right, they haven't played the toughest schedule, but they got to play 3 good teams in December. Yeah. You're going to see what they're made out of.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Ohio State center who's filling in was their starter all last year. It's not like it's some guy that doesn't have experience.
Yeah, look, it's Joe's right. Okay. These teams especially these high-end teams are just so stacked. And again, it'll be great to see what Indiana's really made of. I mean, this is such a tough matchup any way you slice it.
And I can give you 3 words to pick. I could have picked this Indiana game in 3 words, and here's why. Head coach, Frank, Italian, Pittsburgh. Boom.
Frank
Signetti. Oh, not it's
Kirk.
Kirk said. I was going to go with
Frank.
I was just going to go Italian in Pittsburgh.
Kirk. That's all I want to say. I don't know too many Italians named Kirk. No, that's not in my neighborhood.
That's his middle name. His first name is Frank. Google it. I don't know.
One more time, please.
I meant to just say Pittsburgh Italian. Frank's. Okay.
He got but he did play in West Virginia.
He's a Mountaineer. Yeah. That's why. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more pick from Joe D'Amico. Pros. Let's move to Sunday. We like this one too.
Sunday, I want our sports fans to move on this game right away. I want to talk about a game in which I feel the odds makers have an offline, guys. Currently, as of this show, the Green Bay Packers are a 2.5-point favorite over the San Francisco. Let me try that again. Frank, for Christmas, get me those hooked on phonics books, please. San Francisco 49ers at home in an afternoon game. My numbers have the Niners a 1 to a 1.5-point favorite here. Now, I know San Francisco is dealing with a slew of injuries, but Green Bay also has a laundry list of health problems as well. Having said that, the Niners have taken the last 2 meetings in this series straight up, winning both by 3 points. They entered this matchup off a loss at home against Seattle. I think that will further motivate them to turn things around here before they come down the home stretch of the regular season. Meanwhile, Green Bay, they had a big victory. We all know how they won last week in Chicago, against Chicago, at Chicago. Despite winning, it was their 4th consecutive no cover. Jeff, Frank, sports fans, remember, this isn't about which team wins. It's about which team covers. We're not in this for fun. We're in this to make money. Both offenses rank in the top 10 in scoring, and both defenses allow about the same number of points. However, And you all know how I like a big however. That's really but. There is no denying overall San Francisco defense is much stronger both against the pass and against the rush. Let's be honest. When you put pressure on Jordan Love, he tends to make mistakes. He's already thrown 11 INTs already. I would much prefer to take Brock Purdy when being pressured. No BS. I think that that's going to be the big difference here, folks. Like I said, the Niners as a 1 to a 1.5 point fave I think this game is going to come down to mistakes and which team kind of scores last. The difference may be a field goal or less, but I like San Francisco here, but I'll take the 2.5.
All right.
Got to have a game for the Niners. They go to Buffalo next week, too, so that's a brutal one. Pretty brutal back-to-back road.
Are they sitting at 5-5 right now?
They're in last place in the NFC West.
They have to make a move right now.
So weird to see them at the bottom of the standings. It really is. Okay, Joe, a few things here. Two lefties won the Cy Young Award. Only happened 2 other times. 2002, Barry Zito and Randy Johnson.
Nice.
Wow.
And then in 77, Steve Carlton. And Joe, do you remember the left-handed reliever for the Yankees who won the Cy Young in 77?
The reliever that won it? I would have thought that it wasn't Ron Guidry because he was a starter.
No, it was a reliever.
78, right?
Yes, he was 25 and 3 in 70.
They had quite a few. Yeah, he was the greatest pitcher of all time.
I love Guidry, Louisiana Lane.
He's my favorite pitcher of all time. Greatest rotation I've ever seen, and he weighed 160 pounds of iron.
Unbelievable.
They had quite a few. Would it have been Sparky Lyle? Because I don't think he won
it was Sparky Lyle. There you go. All
right.
I remember
I had good at this, right?
Yeah, I had his card that said Cy Young Award winner Sparky Lyle. I mean, everybody remembers Goose Gossage and those, but Lyle ate so many innings and pitched so well. Excellent job. Joe, thank you very much. Are you going to see Night Ranger this weekend?
I will not be seeing Night Ranger this week, and they'll be at State Line. Let me tell you right now, the Beatles better be coming back together for me to drive to State Line for anything, okay? I don't need it. They still have 99-cent buffets and trip cocktails down there. Guys, I'll tell you what, State Line's great, but it's a long drive and not on F1 weekend am I going anywhere.
That's right.
Near the strip.
The F1 races this Sunday or Saturday.
No, the stuff starts tonight. I will tell you, I drove down the strip yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the least amount of traffic I've ever seen down there.
Really?
Because
everyone's staying away already.
It's been down there a few days earlier this week before the racing starts tonight. Empty.
I drove down the strip when the lights were dimmed once, and it was completely empty.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that off the air.
It was weird going down during the shutdown a few years ago.
Yes, it was.
It really was. It was peculiar. I don't like it like that. I always said if the nuclear bomb comes, there'll be cockroaches in Vegas.
And
but
Keith Richards.
Really. I've seen a lot of changes here. I started coming here in like 80, 81, and I've seen changes since I moved here 35 years ago. A lot of changes. And, no matter what happens throughout the country or the world, Vegas is still Vegas, and we're way ahead of any other city in the world. That's why we're the greatest city in the world, Frank. Frank, if I may, I know we're not going to be on air next week together. If I could take a moment to you, the great staff over there, and to everybody watching. I want to wish all of you and your families a very happy Thanksgiving. May God bless you all. Man, this is a great time of year. I hope everything goes well for Thanksgiving. Guys, God bless.
Thank you, Joe, very much. By the way, it was very nice, Joe. By the way, JR says Frank Signetti's an assistant with the Texans, he thinks. That's maybe where I'm thinking that name. There is a Frank Signetti. But anyway, Joe, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, buddy. I'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Be good, guys. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Actually,
so Frank Signetti, I know how you screwed this up now.
How?
So Frank Signetti.
Thank you.
Frank Signetti was most recently the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
And it got fired last year.
Now, he's got to be related to Kurt. They're both from Pittsburgh. It's his dad, I think. It has to be. I think I've heard that on some sort of program before.
I don't think it's his dad because Frank Signetti Jr. is only 4 years younger than Kurt Signetti, so I don't think.
Well, he went to West Virginia.
Yeah, that's a little too not enough rope there, Frank.
You've never been down to Morgantown.
So Frank Signetti Sr., by the way, was a longtime head coach at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
See, this is why it's all coming back. I played IUP. Also, the hometown of what actor? Indiana, PA. I'll do an impression for you guys. I don't do a lot of impressions.
Oh, an impression at the end.
I'll lasso the moon for you. Jimmy Stewart. See, that's how good my impression was.
I thought that was Walken for a second.
No, it's Jimmy Stewart. He's the best. Okay, well, that wasn't bad.
That was pretty good, actually.
It wasn't bad. I can do one line. Sebastian Janikowski was also a large kicker, and he was good. Even Tola points that out. Chat room was on fire. Seabass, he was. Well, he was a first-round draft pick. Then Al Davis drafted him in the first round.
So I don't know why this popped up on my Twitter feed today.
What's that?
But there's a great moment from the Sugar Bowl in 2000, which was the BCS National Championship game.
Okay.
Back in the day, and Sebastian Janikowski was the kicker for Florida State.
Oh my God!
He'd apparently broken curfew that week, but started the game anyway because Bobby Bowden said, "quote Well, we have international rules for him." Because, of course, Seabass is from Poland.
That's right, yeah. We have international rules. All right, make sure you come down to the South Point and get your parlay card, the Jackpot Parlay, at least $25,000. Costs you $5. It's all the rivalry games next weekend, so you'll have something to do on the weekend of Thanksgiving. Have you filled one of these out yet?
I'm waiting, and I will put multiple in, but I'm waiting until the day before.
You want to see what's going on. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Kenny White's Dog of the Day. He likes the Raptors plus 7.5 points versus the Timberwolves tonight. And here's our Dog of the Day. Let's see what this dog does here. Oh, yeah. So he dances. Here we go. Yeah, harmonica Harry. That's exactly how I dance, too. And by the way, should we end with your parents? Should we bring your parents in?
You can do whatever
Do
you
they
want
to come in and say, hi, the Parles are here? Come on, just wait. I didn't know. You surprised us. Say hi. Introduce your parents to everybody.
Hold on. Don't we need a full shot here? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. There they are. And they're in town. Why are they in town?
Just because why not?
Visit their son.
I mean, look, no one came in town because of Formula One this week.
I did see someone post something on saying that the Uber pickup at the airport was completely empty.
It makes sense. No one's here this week. I'm telling you, the Strip, because I've been down there a few days because they've been here, the Strip is empty this week.
Let's go streaking!
There you go.
Woo!
Whoa!
Tonight, Frankie won. F1. Anyway.
Frank the Tank 2.0.
There you go. We love your son. We want to thank you for Jeff Parles. He does a fantastic job, as you know.
Very good, guys.
Well, thank you for watching. And Craig always jumps in a lot when we're doing Punchlines. So thank you to everybody behind the glass. Sean is here today. Sean, final score of the Steeler game? No clue. All right.
Good guess.
Good guess. Jerry and Vince and Ann and Keith, thanks for helping out. I'm Frank Nicotero. We'll be back tomorrow. Ooh, surprise guests tomorrow. I got to make some calls. All right, I'm Frank Nicotero. Punchlines. Lion stands for Live in Nevada every show. Jerry's gig tonight, tomorrow, Friday night.